Alright, we're out on the reef, gonna do a little reef fishing, see what we can pull up. Yellowtails, mangroves, mutton snappers, maybe a grouper, kings. Kind of unlimited out here. It's not too bad of a day. Maybe I should have made the run out to the reef. I mean to the wrecks and did some jigging and trolling, but I deserve a day of fun fishing after a lot of that backcountry flats fishing. So today's kind of a fun fishing, bend a rod, get that cleared out of the system before I get back to some more flats fishing and fighting the skunkaroos. So right now what I'm doing is just gonna drop anchor. This is about a 20-foot inside the reef, just inside the reef. And I'm gonna deploy my quick release anchor here and put out the chum bag and see if I can chum up some ballyhoo. Since I didn't bring any bait, that's kind of the an important step. Plus it'll be helpful because then I'll get a gist of which way the current is running. So when I do find a spot out on the outside, I'm going to go to the outside of the reef in probably 40-50 foot range. The stuff that I catch in bait right now will be used for my cut bait, the drifting back into the chum line. And then I don't want to get too far out, so hopefully I can also catch some live ballyhoo out there. There we go. That should be good. Good chance I can run into some pilchards, maybe herring out here as well. But just a matter of getting some sort of bait. So let's check it out. See, I'm at 16 foot, not too far away from my spots that I want to hit on the outside of the reef. And let's drop the chum bag and see what we could pull up. All right, just deployed the chum. Comes in a brick like this, 7-pound brick, Menhaden chum. This is bionic bait. This is the cheapest stuff. The tournament grade green label is much better. It's nice bait, nice chum, but it's about $2 or $3 cheaper per box. I mean more expensive per box, so I go with this stuff. It's good enough. Like right now I just want to get the ballyhoo up and coming, and I got a bunch of fish already coming up here, so this will do for now. While I'm letting the chum build up and hopefully pull in some ballyhoo, I can go ahead and start getting rigged. The first rig I'm going to do is my spinning rod, light tackle, which is going to be my drifting back for yellowtails and mangroves. This one I've got the pink 15-pound Andes mono, and it's specifically for my yellowtailing rod. I just run straight to the line, so no line connections to distract the fish at all. And then I'm putting on a small weighted jig head. They call these yellowtail jigs, and I'm just going to tie it with a basic Palomar knot. Quick, easy knot. I learned this from commercial yellowtailing. Is everything needs to be just quick and basic, nothing fancy. But works. So just a basic, clean, easy knot, and you're done. You want it that way because the mono will get roughed up pretty quickly, especially if you start getting some larger fish. So you're going to end up cutting it and retying, cutting and retying almost after every fish or two. So it's also a good reason why I like to have just the one continual full line of mono and not have to worry about the rest. I got all my bait here already, so I'll finish rigging up my other one and then I'll probably throw a cast net on them. For the second rig, this is going to be my down rig, bottom rig, I guess you'd say. My Shimano Torium 16. It's my jigging setup basically. Extra heavy duty Ocean Master jigging rod, but it's going to work for my straight bottom rod. 65 pound braid. This is, I think, some 60 fluorocarbon. I got probably 7 foot of it. And I'm going to set this up with a knocker rig. This is a 2-ounce egg sinker, and then straight to a hook. And I am just going to do another Palomar knot. Again, quick and basic, and no fuss, no muss. No mess, no fuss. Good knot. Bring it through, over the hook, pull it through. And pull it tight. There you go. Like I said, quick and easy. Another one I'm going to have to retie. Since it's on the bottom, it's going to get roughed up really quickly from the reef and corals and all that stuff on the bottom. But that's my standard bottom rig I'll run. 7-knot circle, 2-ounce egg sinker. And then my third rod, I haven't been doing it lately, but I think I might do it today, is a top rod, which will have just a 7-knot circle hook, and that I'll free line on the top with a live ballyhoo if they start coming out that far. As fast as they've come up here, I think it's not going to take too long for them to come out there, so I should be able to get some liveys pretty easy. But right now I just needed some quick bait just to have for my cut bait, drifting back for yellowtails, and you can see all the bait already. Alright, I moved from that place just a little bit up because all those chubs, Bermuda chubs, were just sucking up all the chum right from the bag, and they're just a pain in the ass. So I just moved down, got a bunch of yellowtail snappers below, and I got the pretty good amount of ballyhoo up on top. So I'm going to throw the net. I don't need very many, I just want a few to play with the yellowtails. So I'll throw the net at these guys. Oops. It's a little bit wobbly out here, but I think it will make do. And they're sitting a bit low, but like I said, I just need about 3 or 4 of them. Whoa, that's not good. Whoa. Whoa. So this is going to be fast. Whoa! I got a few, so I think that'll be good. Whoa! Oh, just 2? 3. That'll work perfect. Alright. Give this another shot. Happy days, happy baits. I didn't fall in. Okay, right now I'm just running around and looking for Christmas trees. So like this is a small one here with a fish stacked up, but I'm looking for it where it's like 20-30 feet of fish. So I'm running around in this 45-50 range and seeing if I could find those. I did find one earlier before I went to find bait, but they're schools, so they move. But if you can find them and stick on them and get the chum down to them, then they'll stick around with you for a while. There's a little bit of bait there. This is kind of some decent bottom. The other thing, if you could find a cloud full of bait, that's just as good, because wherever you're going to find the bait, you're going to find the bigger fish following them. See, any kind of structure like this, these bumps here, that's kind of what you want. So there's a kind of a steep incline there. Got fish on it. So that's a good section. So I might go up current from that and drop the chum and the anchor, and yeah, you can see how raggedy that is. There's fish sitting on top of those humps. So that's a good grouper spot. So I'm gonna head up current from it, drop the anchor, put the chum out, run a couple of baits back, and just kind of see what we'd come up with. See, there's a little bit of a stack of a little Christmas tree there, that hump there. So I actually dropped the anchor right there, so I'm going to be over it, but that chum will trickle, so that'll be okay. My damn fish finder keeps popping off, so I don't know if usually I charge. I'm pretty sure I charge it. I always charge it after every fishing trip that I use it, but this is my battery box. I got a little, I think it's a 7.4. Hopefully it was just a loose connection. You can see where I'm sitting. Alright, so these marks here are kind of like little target areas there. I marked that good structure. The tide is actually going straight this way. It's rocking. It's actually going backwards than normal. It's usually going from west to east, but today it's going east to west, so we'll give it a shot. But it's perpendicular, or it's going parallel with the reef, so that's a good thing. And I don't think I'm showing anything on the bottom. Oh yeah, there's structure there, there's stuff moving. I'm going to drop the bait down now. I'm going to let the top chum start working before I drift the bait back, but I'll put since I got so many ballyhoo, I'll go ahead and throw one on the bottom, even as though it's dead, on my bottom rig, so I can check that out. Hopefully this fixed that shutting down part. So even though it's a dead already, I'm going to put one on whole. That's that 7/0 circle. And this is my bottom rig. Just to see, because when you have big muttons and groupers, they're just there and they don't require chum to get them biting. I prefer to have a live ballyhoo, but until they start showing up, this dead one will get me something on the bottom prospecting. Okay, the ballyhoo have already shown up over here, so that's a good thing. I'm marking some good fish towards going on the bottom. Got that rig out there. So I'll set up and then try to catch one of these guys here so I can put it down on my bottom bait, a live one. Live is much better than a dead bait. So we'll get that going here. I'm not going to net them because when you net them, you damage them pretty quick and they won't survive. I didn't bring a live well, so those netted ones just went into the cooler. But the live ones, when you catch them hook and line, they stay a lot livelier. Okay, for my ballyhoo, live ballyhoo catching, I just bring out one of my squid wraps. It's just a, instead of bringing a 5-pound box that you don't use hardly any, and then you freeze them and refreeze them and they stink and they get nasty, I just buy a box and individually wrap singles in a saran wrap, and then I'll have you get a dozen or so per box, and then I'm not even going to use 1/20th. I'm going to use one little strip off of it, and that's it. For the rig, I've got this little ultralight setup. It's a little 6-foot rod, 2500 series reel. You can go down to 1000. I mean, we're just going 10 feet from here. I've got some number 8, 6, no, maybe this is number 6 trout line, and then a number 12 long shank hook, but itty bitty, and I'll just slice off a little corner edge of this ballyhoo. So I just need a little strip like that, and you can't be too thick because it'll not allow the hook point to stick out of the bait. And I'm actually going to kind of use it almost like a lure. Just put on a couple times. Got to have the hook exposed. Alright, just a little glob like that. And then just toss it out with the chum. It's easier to stand because it's well, there you go. And just like that, we've got bait. Nice lively dudes. It's actually got a little too fast. Yeah, they stripped that off pretty quick. A lot of bottom dwellers. So this live bait will help that issue. The long shank hook makes it easy to remove. That's the other good part. And then we're just going to hook it right above the anal fin there and out. Make sure there's no there. Okay, and we can deploy this dude out. And don't need to go too far. Just want it to sink, hit bottom, give it a foot or two. Just so that it could be kicking up from the bottom. Then because it's kind of combat fishing, you don't want to put so I got about that much slack from the bottom. So I give a little bit more, and I'm going to put it on pretty good drag. Put it in the rod holder. And just wait. And it'll be a self hook. They'll bite it, they'll take off. That rod's gonna go down, just reel. So I think we've got a good enough slick going. You can see I've got some action building up. So I'm gonna drift some baits back now and see what happens. Now I got the down rod deployed. I'm gonna drift the bait back. It's been about 20 minutes or so. Gave that chum some time to work, and if my fish finder was working, you could see all the fish below there, but it's choosing not to play today. Hopefully it's the battery. And anyways, I chunked up one of the ballyhoo, so I make these little stakes, and I'm just gonna hook it through the top, through the skin, back out, and that's all it is. I'm just gonna drift that back with the current. Basically, if you watch your current drifting out, that's basically the speed that you want to feed your bait. Back. The current is slowing down, so I could probably do it without a weight, but we'll give this a shot. And I'm just going to keep feeding out line. And you want to keep a bow. You want that much slack so that it's unadulterated going back. If you stop and put any pressure on it, the bait will spin, and it'll be in the current just spinning like that, and there's just no way that they're going to bite that. So you just want that piece of ballyhoo just to be drifting back in the chum, just like a piece of chum, just a piece of meat drifting back. And what you're looking for is this line to start screaming out of here. So you can see how I've got a bit of a curly there. The way you could fix that is if you dip the rod into the water and then jerk it up, okay? And that puts pressure on the line, and that gets it past that point. Oh shit, there we go. Oh shit. Oh, missed this one. No, I still got it. And I got this one. And this is something small. Well, right species, too small. That's our little snapper there. Nice one. Kind of a waste for that big bait. Oh. See if there's anything still on this guy. Yep. Oh, little red grouper. So, catching those, what I could tell is that there's not much current, and the bait's getting to the bottom that fast. So, I should switch to just a bare hook, but I'll give it another drift. Snag that back down. Oh, I need to deflate this guy. So I forgot my deflating tool, so I am squishing them to get some of this air out. Then, to see if that will get him. Oh, and there he goes. Go, baby, go! There he goes. So if you don't have a tool or you're not comfortable puncturing their air bladder, if you just kind of give them compression push, right behind their gills, and just kind of constant pressure, you'll hear the gas start escaping. Just keep going, keep going. Get them pretty flat. Don't crush ribs or anything, but you want to get as much air as possible and then let them go. Your alternative is they're just going to float on the surface and die, so it's worth it to give it a try. When you're drifting baits back, catch a fish, put on a new bait. Okay, you see the lines running out, just shut the bail, reel, and make sure you try to get them off the bottom as soon as possible. Once you got a mid water column, you can take it a little bit more easy. but you got to watch out for sharks. And what do we got? Nice little yellowtail. There we go. Whoa, puking up all that chum, so he's been sitting in the line back there. And that's how you catch the yellowtails. Now when you're doing this, don't get chintzy, okay? One thing you want to do, check your leader and put on a fresh bait. Always fresh bait. I can't keep saying it enough. Bait is so important. It's the only thing that the fish care about is the bait. So don't use cheap bait, don't use frozen bait, fresh bait. Once it's been bitten on, throw it out, put on a new piece. One of the tricks you can do if you're getting a lot of smaller ones, cast far back, and like usual the big guys lurk. So try to get it behind the school of smaller ones that are feeding on the chum right here. And the bigger ones will be attracted to just the action and what scraps come from the back there. So and just do the same thing, just drift out your line. The line's going out, shut the bill and reel. What the hell's wrong? And then you size up a bit. Alright, so since my yellowtail reel is messing up, I'm going to just go 2 down rods and then spend my time catching a live ballyhoo and try to keep feeding it, getting hit by sharks and other stuff that are just whacking them down there. So, but this one I'm going to do is the second rod. I'm going to do a basically like a Texas rig or a long leader, a moderately long leader. Sometimes for mutton snapper you could put like a 20-30 yard leader on it, 20-25 foot leader on it, so that because they're very line shy. I'm not gonna go that extreme, but I figure it's about 10 foot or so, maybe 12 foot. So it's like a big Texas rig. So the main line, I've got the 2 ounce egg sinker to a swivel, that's gonna stop it. And then I've got all this leader line. So I'm gonna just drop it down, keep the weight off the bottom so I don't have to worry about snags. And then the bait will just kind of drift back in the current and just kind of sit there right along the bottom. And then we'll see what we can pick up there. I'm just gonna use ballyhoo chunks since I don't need to, it doesn't need to be live for this type of rig. And I don't even need to really cast it out because I'm just going to let the bait drift first back. Current seemed to drop off pretty well. Pretty calm out here. Oh shit, what the hell? Let the bait get away a little bit, and then I'm going to send this guy down till it hits bottom, then reel it up about 10 feet or so. I'm okay with the bait being on the bottom, but I don't want too much leader line, and I don't want the weight to be on the bottom. That'll prevent snags. Plus I'm using a 65-pound braid, and then I've got a short section, there's bottom, short section of some 60, and then the long leader is a 20. And I want to tighten this drag down. I want a lot of flex on it. boulder there, and then catch some more live bait. Nice yellowtail. That's the ones we want. Those are the ones you want. I went through all that cut bait, and I think I'm just going to end the day using the cut bait. It's a little bit easier. I haven't had much good action on that the live ballyhoos down below. Sun's getting down a bit. Once the sun gets down enough, these ballyhoos, they take a runner, so it's kind of good to get them while they're here. Again, I'm not looking for a lot. I'm going to use chunks. Mostly. They've been pretty wary, especially when I stand up. There you go. All right. Yeah, it looks like a little bit more than my half dozen, but that will work. Got this one on that live ballyhoo, just mid-water column. Another nice strawberry grouper. Here's kind of the Christmas tree I'm talking about. This one's actually a little bit wider, but that's kind of what you want to look for as you're traveling around, seeing a big fish bite there. Oh. Oh. Okay, this is going to end badly, but not too bad. I'm going to do some yellowtailing with my little bait rod. It's this little 6-foot Shakespeare Katera with Shimano Sahara 2500 with some 6-pound mono line, and we're just gonna see what we can catch drifting baits back since my yellowtail rig died. And I'm just gonna drift baits back, no weight. See if there's some nicer tails back there. I haven't been messing with them. Oh, there we go. Oh, close the bell. Oh, we got something. Need a little bit of drag. Oh. Little yellowtail. Well, that's a start. Alright, line's going out. Close the bell. And fight's on. Well, I can tell this mono is nice because it's very bouncy. Same with this rod. I can feel this little stretch in the line. There we go. Another nice yellowtail. Bad. Goes that one real. Set the hook. Ooh. Keep them coming. Yellowtails! Stop! Stop! That's a nice one. Oh. Oops, oops. Stop. Ouch, stop. You know this pretty guy. Alright, one last one. I've caught a lot of fishies today. I should have went out deeper to maybe the 70s to 100-foot range, but I got lazy. But this will be my last quickie yellowtail here. I don't think I could handle any larger ones on this little rig here. These are about perfect for it. So one last drift out there. It does float the line really nicely. There he goes. Oh. Is he on there? He's on there. And last one for the day. Nice. And last one for the day. Go home time. That right there can make fishing a little bit tough out here. I didn't know it was going to be a full moon, so usually that changes things a little bit. I don't let it stop me from fishing, but I'm pretty sure it does impact a lot of things in changing their feeding habits. So we'll have to take a look at the tides and stuff and see what we might target for the next day or two, if we're going to do any at all. We'll see. Ah, yes! Oh.